Son up, some dip. Welcome back to the Seek the Beast on the Minecraft Feed the Beast server. So we're back on the Minecraft Feed the Beast server. That may have been the most spastic intro I've ever done. I don't know. Maybe we'll make a poll to decide. Oh, the inside of my skull again. So we're back on the Feed the Beast server, the Minecraft Feed the Beast server on the Minecraft mod pack. And today we're gonna do a little work on the hub. But first, I have a little present to give someone. I'd like to give our dear pal Vintage Beef. I'd like to give him a little present. So let me see. Where is your staircase, Beefy? Here we go. So this is Beef's plot in the spawn village, and over here he has a portal which leads. Oh, he's not using the water mills anymore. Which leads to his farm, or his zoo. And coming through here, it made me realize that maybe the Nether hub isn't going to get that much use, because a lot of people are using portal guns to connect themselves from their main base to the spawn village. I know Etho and Anders, I don't know if Etho has a portal gun, but I know Anders does. And a number of other people do. So the Nether hub may not get a whole lot of use. I feel a little bit like a guy who's like trying to sell horse buggies, and I'm like, come get your horse buggy. Got a nice and fancy brand new spanking horse buggy, and everybody's got automobiles. Look at all these spawners he's got in here. Are those cave spiders? They look a little funny. And we've got some skellers. And what is that? Is that the lich from the what's it place, the Twilight Force? Anyway, we're here, and I'd like to give Beefykins a little present. Let's zoom up here. He's making a zoo. These circles are different exhibits. I really like this layout. This layout is really cool. I like that the circles are different sizes, and the paths are just the space between the circles. It's not like he's trying to connect straight paths. It's just. It's a very cool design, and I'd like to leave him something to help him maybe with the next place. Maybe there's going to be one, let's say over here. Yeah, let's go over here. And, oh, bouncy bounce. Let's pop down my ender chest. And I have a few things for him. Let's see, is that all I need? Yes. Okay. So these guys right here are scaffolds. They're pretty neato. This is how you make them. Planks and sticks. And if you left click on the ground, let's see, is this a good spot? Let's just double check it's a good spot. Let's go right about there. Here. Okay, if you left click on the ground, you have to place one first, then left click on it. And it'll build a column, and these act as ladders as well, so you can climb up it. Very cool. I obviously don't need it for the ladder because I have a yet pack. Does Anders pronounce that yet as a yet pack or a jet pack? I don't know. Okay, so we're gonna build a column right here. Oh, you know what I don't have? I need a lever. Let's raid some of his supplies. Let's see if we can find a stick and a piece of cobble. All right, Beef. I'm raiding your supplies. There's cobble right there. I need a lever. Okay, give me that. Give me that. Oop, no. There we go. Okay, now I have near everything I need, except for... I'm going to need some signs at the end, but this should be enough. Okay, so we're going to go out like this. Oh boy, oh boy. And basically what I'm going to do, I'm going to build something like this, and then I'm using the scaffold in order to get a block up here quickly. I'm going to break all these guys. Then I'm going to build up. About that far. Break those guys. Whoa, hey, Dumb block lag. Very annoying. Okay, break one more. So this is our target right here. Then we're gonna plant this guy. And this guy. Smack! And I just want one to land on there. Come on, land on the block. Maybe we should do this. Come on, I just want one. Somebody land on there. Okay, there we go. There we go. That's enough. Okay. Oh gosh, I guess I don't need the lever. The lever was unnecessary because I can just break it when I'm done. Give me that back. Okay, so then... No, you stupid cows. Let me go ahead and murder one. Sorry. Sorry, cow. There. So he... Whoa! Hover mode was off. Okay, so that is a lot of beef. Maybe we'll give beef some beef. So there is a mushroom right there stuck in the air. And I'm going to populate this airspace around this scaffold column with a few mushrooms. Because I don't think that Vintage Beef has any mushrooms yet. So this is going to be a little present for him. Okay, I think we need maybe one more. Let's do one right about here. Right about there. Oh no, that's probably too close to this guy. Let's bring this down a notch. Let's bring him down right about there. Yeah, there we go. Okay, bring this guy out. Fly up here. I sort of have it down to a nitty-gritty science at this point. So I've just been putting the spawner more or less directly against those. And get one almost immediately. Push him out to where you want him. Hopefully he doesn't catapult himself off the side. Leave him with one block. Okay, that's it. That's good. That's enough. And so he's if he wants to keep these guys, which I assume he probably will, because I think the goal is to have one of every animal. So if he wants to keep them, he's gonna have to get them down safely so he can breed them. But let's pick up all the meat here. And I guess we'll dump it in his box. He probably could make use of it. It is a lot of yummy steak. That guy's full. Let's put it in here. Okay, and then I need to make a sign. That's gonna give me 5 planks. I still need another plank. I suppose we could. Well, we're gonna use this. Sorry, using your stuff. Yeah, okay. Do you have a crafting bench? Right there, right in front of my face. Let's make a sign. Okay, replace that there. And then we're gonna say he's gonna come up on it. Let's get rid of the tall grass so he'll be able to pick out the sign quickly. And I don't want those guys, so get out. Yeah. Okay, here we go. So we're gonna say it's Zistau's. Let's see, mushroom enclosure. Mushroom enclosure proposal. And of course we gotta sign it, Zisteau, the Canadian Zisteau. And then when we're done with that, oh, it's like magic. They all come raining down. It's a shower of scaffolding. So we can pick all these dudes up. Is that it? Is that all of them? And look at that. That's actually kind of cool. If I was to make an actual like display or something like this, I think I would spend a little bit more time making sure the overall placements looked cool. But just for this little joke, I think it's fine. Okay, let's see. I'm actually gonna take those from you, and he can have this wood back. I didn't end up needing it. So let's put that back. Okay, let's head back to Spawn Village and do some nether ovens. Okie dokie, artichoke. Let's get in the hub and do some hubbing. Step over the threshold. Okay, fire bat! What was I saying? Okay, let's get started. So, few things left to do. Actually, there's a decent amount of things, but the ones I'm prioritizing. One, finish the columns. I started doing the columns. Looks like I forgot to do something there. Actually, let me get rid of a few of these things. Let me dump these in here. And actually need to set up the Fiendish Queen as well. We'll do that in a little bit. But first, let's do a little bit of work. So first thing I do need is some of this. Where did I see that? Right here. Okay, so I replaced the columns here in the same fashion we did below. So as far as the main design, we still have these 3 blocks up here to deal with and all the ceiling. And I'm starting to think that I'm just going to get rid of this. When I first started this, I thought I wasn't sure about adding the portal here, and I almost wanted it to seem like it was hanging. One of the early ideas was that the portal is actually hanging from this stalagmite, whichever, and this would almost be open to below. But then you would have to deal with ghast fire. One of the reasons I didn't do that. One thing with that design is it would allow you to expand down basically as much as you wanted. But now that we have... What is making that noise? The pigman? Now that there is a duplicate of the temple that is on the other side of the portal, this guy, this looks a little odd, and I think even if we sculpt it, make it look like a cave, or make it look real craggly or something, I don't think it's really going to fit. So let's just get rid of it. And if it looks like there's something missing, then maybe we'll add it back in and start working with it. But I think we can just get rid of it. So one thing we do need to do then, after this is done, is sculpt these last 3 blocks. It's going to have slightly different curvature than this guy and this guy. And I need to add some lighting. I think mainly we're going to go with night tour. People suggested the wrath lamps. One thing wrath lamps do well is they provide a lot of light. One thing I don't like about them though is that they provide a lot of light, because they provide so much light to such a big area that you end up without any dramatic shadows. These are the wrath lamps right here. You've probably seen them around Spawn Village, other people's videos. Wrath lamp, and they're made with dark iron ingots, glass, a wrath igniter, and silver. I could make those. I think they're too bright, and they don't provide for interesting mood lighting. So I think we're gonna go with night tour to get rid of all the torches, and then we may do some stuff hanging from the ceiling later. Let's pop up here. Let's see what this looks like. So I think that looks okay, but then the ceiling, I think it needs something. We're going to need some kind of chandelier, or maybe a series of hanging glowstone or redstone lamps or something like that to hang down from there. Yeah, we can't just leave that flat. But first things first. So let's dump the stuff we just dug up from there. And there's detailing here that I'll probably do off camera a little bit later. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so we need to work on that, and we're going to be using basalt bricks. So let's get some basalt and any of these bricks I happen to have. Get some of these guys and the saw. And I haven't really done any tests for this. Let me recharge that guy. I have not done any tests, so I don't have like any sort of pre-planned idea of what I want to do here. I have an idea in my head, but I haven't actually tried it out. Okay, so on these ones, we basically just took the circle and made it into half slabs, so it was a little bit more compressed, a little flatter. But for this one, I think we want more of a curve, so we may actually want some stairs. Can we make stairs out of basalt? Probably. I don't know that I've tried that. Oh yeah, you can't. No, you can't. Because you can't. That's right. Because I had to make these with the micro blocks. Okay. Well, then we're gonna need some diamond handsaw. Extreme justice. Let's get just a decent amount of all those things. Okay, that's good enough. Don't need you, buddy. So, let's start here where it's at a 90-degree angle. We don't have to worry about the circle. And one thing I did like that we did here was we made these slabs so that this detail here, the customization strip, it stands out. So let's start with that. Let's make these slabs at this level. Come on, come on. And then maybe we'll go to the stairs. I guess we can't make stairs, but... Oh, are you serious? Kidding me? Who's on? Just Pyro and me. But there's so many chunk loaders on the server, it really doesn't matter how many people are online anymore. The server is laggy just from all the chunk loaders and people's machinery, quarries and all kinds of stuff going 24/7. Okay, did it just come out to there flush? All the oh, I've destroyed it there. Let's come over here. I've destroyed it here as well. I've destroyed the circle, but I think it goes to there. I think that's... Yeah, I think that's the way it works. Did I destroy it on all? No, I didn't destroy it here. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay. So it comes all the way to here. No sound effects either. That's good. It's always a good sign. The game starts glitching out. Okay, so we can start there, and then maybe take it a little more vertical with this guy. Maybe we'll put the stairs here. So that means we will need these things. Is that going to be too far? Yeah, a little bit. Okay, let's do the jetpack. Like that. Yeah, look at that. Perfect. Okay. And then let's get these off the bar. Let's do these guys right here. I should be close enough to be able to do these. And it kind of sucks there's no basalt stairs because... I don't think there are anyway. Let me just check. Double check. I only see the full blocks. I wonder why they wouldn't add those as stairs. It seems like such a natural thing to make stairs with. If I was using actual stairs, it would be really easy to curve the stair around here, and make, because of the way the stairs link up now, dynamically, it'd be real easy to make that shape look nice. Maybe if we do 2 there, and then we do a slab, and then another inner circle with slabs. Maybe something like that. So let's do one more little thing on camera. We'll make these full blocks. Like that, and then we'll do slabs like this. All the way back to there. Okay, I don't think that's quite there yet. I think for one thing it needs to come back this way a little farther, so I'm going to work on it a little bit off camera, and then I'll show you any conclusion I happen to come to. That looks a little bit better, and I extended it out a little bit just so I could also see a little bit how this is going to work as it curves around. One thing that's different is that this guy, with the way this is right now, it's fully exposed. You can see the full block. These guys, you've got the half of the block, the slab, if you will. I'm wondering if maybe that needs to be edited, but I think one thing that we can figure out right now is how to do that guy. Did I go get... I need to get... Let me get some of these guys. The slab strips of the basalts. The raw basalts. That's a lot of corners. Why do I have all those corners? Okay. So I think the columns on this level are going to be 1 block taller, or at least half a block than these. These are 3.5, I think. 1, 2, 3.5. Yeah, 3.5. I think these guys are probably going to be an even 4. So let's build them and see what this looks like if they're 4. Just because of the way the just take this one. Just the way the roof is sloping. The roof is a little taller. And is that high enough? So they need the top of the column as well. So if we make it this tall, they're already reaching the curve at this little guy right here. So I think we may give them... So I guess I need to break that. It's going to be a whole block. So let's break all these guys. And pick up the survivors down there. Okay, ooh, okay, just out of range. It's always fun. So those guys may be like that, which makes them slightly taller than the ones beneath, which I think makes sense because the ceiling is different. So we can either do it like that, or you see like these guys. The top of the column here, this outline is part of this curve, but it sort of also stands out, like right here, for instance. So I'm wondering if this, because we got that full block right there, I'm wondering if maybe we should move it up. But then probably not, because this guy is going to be curving around like that. See how that guy's like that? Okay. Okay, I'm just going to make a decision. We're going to do it like that. We're going to do it like that. We're going to do it like that. So let's take this guy out of here. Yeah. Okay, and let's... Oh, I'm stuck now, aren't I? Darn it. Okay, that'll go like that. And... Actually, well, we'll mess with the nether brick after I've got the curvature of the... I know there's a way down here without having to break anything. Here we go. Oh, look, someone actually using the nether tunnels. Okay. So, I think that'll be okay for now. Oh, we need to add this guy. No. Like that. Okay, and then break you. Take that. Sucker. Put you there. You there. Okay. So, another idea I had, I want to start to dig into this ceiling. And I had the idea that, so this is something that's constructed in the nether, and there's part of the nether we can't screw around with. Namely, the bedrock ceiling. We can't break any of the bedrock. So what if we made it like it's carved into here, and we extend the ceiling up like that, and then probably even one more, not this one more, but I mean one more block towards the center of the circle, to where we'd be left to half slabs. So these would obviously only go where there's not bedrock. And then so that and I'll have to look up some circles to see if this is accurate or if it doesn't look right. But this is just to see what the idea itself looks like. Okay, let's do that much, and then I need these guys. Let's put these guys up in here. Oh gosh. And then anything within... No, darn it. Right there. There we go. And let's do the same, I guess, with all these. Like that. Oh. What did I do? No, the circle... Oh, I messed up. Okay, so these would be full blocks right here. Not the slabs. Like that. So that it digs into the bedrock, which is like this indestructible stone, and we're anchoring to it any way we can. I think that'll start to look neat. So I think we're gonna do that. One other thing I was thinking of. So what if we change this so that we're covering up these guys, so all we're seeing is half of them like the others. So then we end up like that, which leaves us with this kind of thing. Might be okay. Might be alright. Alright, so I'm going to do some more work off camera. Doing more comprehensive zombie big man here. Let me unstick you. There you go. Yeah, I'm going to do some work off camera, and then we'll resume. Shivered. I'm trying to look at my work. My handiwork. I think that's starting to look okay. See how it's starting to cave in, or not cave in, carve in. Maybe carve is the word I'm looking for. Or starting to carve into the ceiling. And I believe there will be spots where we'll be able to go even further up. And then we'll start dropping some lighting. And then I guess the lighting is going to have to wait till next episode. I'm a little bit out of time here. But I think this is looking good. The curve is going to be more complicated. I changed this so that we're going up by 2 here. So we're only exposing half of this block, consistent with the other 2 floors. So it goes up 2, then it starts going 1, 1, then 2, then 3 half blocks, then 4, so 2 full blocks, and then this one will probably be either 5 or 6, or probably 6. We'll probably start accelerating that, and then the rest will be just bedrock. Okay, last thing to do, I want to set up my bee. If I can remember how Generic had it set up, let's drop a lot of this stuff. I think, at least for the time being, I'm just gonna stick, actually let me have some of these guys. I'm just gonna stick him, it, her, whatever, underneath this thing with a chunk loader. So give me the queen, I'm gonna need this, and the apiarist's pipe. So, oh man, I should tell you that I was always a little skeptical, or I didn't really get the appeal of bees. I didn't see what was so addicting about them. We don't really need these guys. Those are just what they make. I didn't get it. But apparently people find them extremely addictive. Alright guys, out of my way. And I never really understood it until there was a moment. Generic had told me about this guy, or this chick, this fiendish queen, and that it would produce lava for me. And so I was looking up, I was trying to determine what sort of biomes it works in. And so I was looking up on the, I guess the forestry or the extra bees wiki, one or the other, because there's like, we've got the normal bees and then even more bees. So I was looking up all the bees, and I looked at the fiendish queen, and it had this graph of you can breed one of this type with another of this type, and then you get the third type. And it was just like, my eyes widened, and I was like, oh, bees. And all of a sudden I got it. I understood bees. I don't plan to start getting into bees. I may, because it just seemed, now that I get it, it seems like a lot of fun. And I see how it can be so consuming. Let's see. Maybe back here one more block is going to be enough space. We don't need all that much space for this. It's fairly compact. And we can, I'm going to leave one of my ender chests here so that we can transport them back to my base, or the output back to my base. Okay, so how did he do it? He had, first of all, he had this thing. Let's put that there. Okay, and then he had the autarkic gate. You have to, I guess you have to put that on a pipe. So let's put that there. Okay, that can't be there, obviously. And then here he had the apiarist's pipe, which I think is the filter to stick bees back in. It's like the zombie pigman! What are you doing? Shove off! It's like the diamond pipe. Yeah, it's a sorter. Okay, and 2 gold pipes is plenty. Ah, out of my way. Okay, so then I guess we'll go like this. Actually, we'll remove him as well. We'll just put a torch there. That like that. And this guy is my store stuff in ender chest. This guy is my send stuff back to the secret base. And I think I have an extra one. I brought a third with me just for this. I must have left it on the other side. Over here in my my little... Whoa, look at that. Whack-a-mole jumped up out of the ground like an actual zombie would. Did I? Yeah, here it is right there. Let's deliver him from his torment. And deliver me from those. I don't want that. So I may start getting into bees. I have a lot to do. There's like huge game-breaking things I want to make or do. So I don't know if... I think if I start down the bee path, it's going to consume my time and slow me down even more. I'm just now getting to a point where there's less nether hub to make. Alright, buddy, get the hell out. Get the hell out. Go. Go. Get out. Okay. And let's make... I want to make sure that this is all nice and blast-proofed. I mean, I don't expect any ghasts in here, or creepers, or anything else that would blow stuff up, but... I don't know, it's just kind of a habit, I guess. Okay, so that's hooked up. The stuff that gets stuck in here is going to go back to the base like that, and I will add a filter there, and we'll set up the automation for what to do with the combs later. So I think next, I got to put this guy on here, and now I've... Whoop. Yeah, okay, little lag. I've never used these. Oh! I've never used them. So I don't actually remember what he had it for, and I think it was inventory, items inventory, that's right. Because when there's something in here, so this must be as like an if-then statement. If this, do this. Energy pulsar, redstone signal, maybe energy pulsar. Let's see, can I even put something in there to test it? I don't think so. Let's do this. Fiendish Queen, Hellish Arid, temperature hellish, 200%, 200% hellish. Oh, that's lovely. Did you know jungle flowers are ferns or vines? Okay, it's working now. I just had to wait a little while. This takes longer than I guess I initially thought. The timer, I guess it only happens every couple of minutes or something. Maybe only once a minute. I'm not really sure, but it is working. I got a simmering comb out of the thing, and it spat out some bees and put them back in, and they bred and made a new queen. And this, of course, I had to change this to a wood pipe. I don't know why I was thinking you could pull things out of a box with a gold one. And that is set to items in inventory equals energy pulse, which I guess means a redstone pulse to give the wood pipe redstone signal to pull things out from. So as long as there's stuff inside here, the autarkic gate is giving this guy redstone energy, pulling things out. See if we can wait for them to go. Anyway, we can probably just go ahead and do this. Watch him go. No, oh, shoot. I meant to look in here. This guy is set to any bees go back in here. I will end up with extra drones eventually in here. I'll just have to come pick them up. I don't really have a use for them right now. Later, when I can get more fiendish queens from Jenny B, when we do another deal, then I may have a use for them. But I guess I'll just keep them until then, and that'll hold a full stack of them, I believe. Simmering combs. Can I put that in there? No. Looks like the only way stuff can get in there is if the bee makes it. Okay, bee, make something. Make something. I want it. I want to see it. I want to see it happen. Oh, there it goes. Simmering comb, which should be sucked out of there, right? Items in inventory. Energy pulse. Pulse. Okay, it was working before. I wonder why it's not working right now. Maybe because I set that to private? How do I change that back? Shared? Yeah, it was because I set that to private. That's weird. Interesting. And that's gonna send that guy... Whoa! Okay, something else happened. Oh, lag. Lovely. And they're gonna breed Fiendish Princess and Fiendish Drone. They will merge for the kill into a Fiendish Queen. I think what happened... Oh, okay, so... I see what happened. The Simmering Cone popped out because we don't... We have the red output here set to closed. So we're going to set that to anything. Forgot about that. I'm glad I tested this before I left. Because otherwise we would have had all these guys being spat out onto the ground. But that should be working now. So let's see. Let's just close this up. Oh, and I need to put this dude down. Chunk loader. We just need the bare minimum, and that should... Well, we don't really need the anything other than this one chunk. The lasers. I always like the lasers. Zoom! It's too bad they're kind of laggy. Maybe you could get like 10 chunk loaders and just make a bunch of crazy red lasers in the air. Hide them lasers. Okay. And nobody needs to be able to see this, so let's just close it in like so. Don't want any monsters walking by and sticking their noses in it. Alright, that's it for this episode. Next time, more base development. More developments at the base. See you later. Take it easy. Have a good day. Bye-bye.